You would assume that Real Salt Lake would have learned from that, perhaps get to a quicker start to the match, and maybe make this more of a competitive game.
Well, LA put out very much a reserve team from the start, didn't they? A bit of a different approach from Mike Petke. He's going to play players in 30-minute bursts, but he is starting with what is very much his strongest lineup of the night. That includes the likes of Rusnak, Plata, and Savarino.
Not just Savarino, Jefferson Savarino from Venezuela, and a guy that can give you a lot in terms of his ability in one-on-one situation. Joao Plata on the other side also can create on his own. Silva steps in as a striker. Maybe he gets an opportunity to score, but of course, the key for Real Salt Lake is the bounce out of the midfield that Kyle Beckerman has to provide this team with.
Jones and Lindelof anchoring the center.
Who cares? Who cares? This is all about Romelu Lukaku. It's the only story that's been worth talking about in this transfer market. Everybody has made a big deal out of it. Let's see the big man tonight against Real Salt Lake.
Manchester United wearing their away strip, the all black, against the white-shirted RSL tonight. RSL coming into this knowing they have a competitive game to play in just 48 hours. They resume. Manchester United will have to get rid of that little statistic, weren't they? 15 draws last year in the English Premier League. A chance. Offside flag goes up against Lingard, but those 15 draws certainly primarily responsible for them finishing so far off the pace. And so many of those draws at home, Ali. In Tottenham. This is Fosu Mensah. Just a pace or so behind was Romelu Lukaku, stretching to get there. Soft control from Plata. Luis Silva helping it back to him. Plata bursting through, and it was a last-ditch challenge, and it needed to be from Jesse Lingard, of all people, to deny him.
It's good combination by Joao Plata. Good look again by Luis Silva. Beautiful touch in the path of Joao Plata, and this is wonderful defending, responsible defending by Jesse Lingard, who stays with his runner, able to create.
Savarino. Another exciting burst from him, a good ball too, and Silva is on the end of it, and RSL have broken through, and it's been coming. Midway through the first half, Real Salt Lake striking first, and Manchester United behind.
We mentioned an earlier sequence where Joao Plata didn't really take the ball at the defender, didn't really commit the defender, and so there was no space to play the ball into. Jefferson Savarino does the opposite. He drives, and once he picks out the run of Luis Silva, slips it right by the defender, and Luis Silva, a tremendous run, right off the shoulder of Phil Jones. Strength to hold him off, and then a finish. Clinical finish. Beautifully taken by Luis Silva outside of the left foot. Good run by Savarino. Powerful speed, strength, that Lingard get off me, and then Phil Jones get off me. Good finish by Luis Silva.
And RSL fans, Ali, must be wondering where has this been in MLS play? Luis Silva hasn't scored a goal since 2015.
Good run off the ball by Luis Silva, and then it was just a first-class finish.
Romelu Lukaku's a little outshot at the moment in terms of centre-forward play, and perhaps responding to that with a shot from distance.
Has been critical at times of Lukaku, and whenever he's come up as a top player, or the possibility of him becoming a top player in the Premier League.
Did you get the criticism that he was subject to in his first year in charge, first year there in United, Alan?
Yeah, it's a guy that you paid a chunk of money, and he has to influence the game more than he has for Manchester United.
Mkhitaryan, meanwhile, has influenced the game here and has tied it up. The man who was the star for United on Saturday night, his first good look at goal. Didn't hit it as cleanly as he was aiming to, perhaps, but it unerringly found the bottom corner. And just like that, United are level.
And you talk about taking a good first touch in a very tight space. Good hold-up play by Lukaku, running off the ball by Lingard. Then that first touch by Mkhitaryan sets his shot perfectly. Good first touch, 1, 2, see you later. It's the ability of players in tight spaces to be able to take this first touch. Justin Glad reacts to the run of Lingard, leaves Mkhitaryan alone, and then the first clean touch, he already knows he's going for a goal. Rimando, courtesy dive, never getting there.
Hit it into the ground, didn't he? But it mattered. And one of those young players trying to establish his place in the Old Trafford hierarchy. Fosu Mensah, a 19-year-old. Now then, Mkhitaryan. Lukaku, is this the moment for him? Still might be. Romelu Lukaku! A breakthrough for Lukaku. Composure and clinical finishing. That's what they've spent £75 million for. And United have turned a 1-0 deficit into a 2-1 lead.
And I just got done talking about Romelu Lukaku being a presence inside the 18-yard box. Beautiful service by Henrik Mkhitaryan. Not the cleanest first touch, gets away from him and he's able to get control of the ball. The defending by Real Solek all over the place. Goalkeeper comes out, they take each other out. And at this point, as easy can be for Romelu Lukaku.
As you said, the first touch heavy, but the second touch, the recovery, delightful. It took out both defender and goalkeeper. Left him with a fairly simple task to bring him back, and they had let go 4 years previously. Here's Anthony Martial, another young player trying to make his mark after a somewhat underwhelming last season. He had a great first year, didn't he, with United under Louis van Gaal? Shot was...
It's a good first touch by Anthony Martial, but Aaron Mon stays with him defensively. Good tackle. This is a nice touch. His ability to get the ball in his path, tries to use his feet. Good tackle.
Here come Penke's side again. Searching at equaliser. Sebastian Salcedo. Nicely flighted cross. Smalling away. He wasn't under any real duress, the follow-up shot.
Last sequence, Anthony Martial had Marcelo Silva backpedaling all over the place. Had enough space to take the shot on, doesn't, and this is a unnecessary, clumsy challenge by Antonio Valencia.
In words as well, Danilo Acosta. Experience of Antonio Valencia firsthand, Ali, don't you?
And I've seen a lot of this from Antonio Valencia as well. How is this not a yellow card? I understand this is a friendly and all, but friendliness goes out the door when you see a tackle like this. Come on now. Nowhere near the ball. You got to give him a yellow card, Alan Chapman. You had the card in your hand. No. No talking. You got to pull out the card. Talking doesn't do anything. Come on.
The Ecuador versus Venezuela.
There you go.
There
you go.
Valencia, well, we won't be seeing any more of Valencia. That's why he didn't show the yellow card. He's decided to show the red. Somewhat of a rarity in an international friendly. To say it was warranted. Play with the Real Monarchs for a while. Marcus Rashford delivering the cross, put it on a tee, didn't he? Really, for around Fellaini.
It's a beautifully driven ball by Marcus Rashford and Fellaini.
Aerial prowess. That one back, you imagine. Justin Schmidt, with a sense of adventure. This breaks kindly for Daniel Haber. Squares it. The shot is still on for Mulholland. Oh, we would have loved that. The boy from Preston. Just wide against United. Dangerous build-up again.
Haber with his head up finds a player on top of the 18-yard box, and as the ball bounces out to Mulholland, he reacts to it, cuts across the ball, and always bending wide. Sergio Romero just looking at it, sees it late, not getting there.
Schuler there to deal with the crossing again for Pereira. Oh, it's a great service. What a cross that was from Pereira. Smalling rose to meet it. Couldn't keep his header down.
Good driven ball in by Pereira to the back post. Chris Smalling, some separation with the defender. He gets lost in the shuffle, and this is a wide open header. 3 yards out.
Can't be beaten. It's a tearing run down the left-hand side from Dimitri Mitchell. Now Martial. It's opened up for Anthony Martial. Well, the finishing touch at times deserted him last year when he scored 4 Premier League goals ever signed in world football.
Chris Schuler struggling with the speed of Martial as he cuts inside. Schuler takes a whole lot longer to turn. He can't quite defend it, and